I might be late to pick you guys up.
Why, do you have a job interview today, Daddy?
No, honey, I'll probably just be way too drunk.
That's good. We don't want you drinking and driving.
Oh, I'll be driving. I'll just be too shit-faced to remember to pick you guys up.
Okay. Bye, Daddy.
I don't want to be Jim anymore.
Jimothy, bro.
All right.
What's going on, everyone?
Doing?
Welcome to episode 16 of Torspp.
This is 17.
Coming in strong. No, it's 16. Don't try to twist me up.
This is 17.
Don't make.
We
don't
just
make,
filmed 16, and you
No,
edited it, right?
I got done with 15.
That was 16.
No, fuck. I'm on here. It's 15.
I'm so serious.
I'm looking at it. It's 15.
I swear to God.
I'm dying on this hill.
Wait, the one you just put out, that was 16.
10 hours ago was 15.
16.
15.
Okay. So, carry on. My bad. Welcome to Torspp. Yeah, that's the intro. That's fine.
Yeah.
You did good. Throw my part in there too. I like that. We don't even cut. Just cut from "Hey, what's up, guys?" and leave that. Yeah, leave me a not knowing what episode it was.
Just leave like, "Hey, what's up, guys?"
No. Leave that whole interaction. Leave this.
Nothing gets cut this one.
Okay.
Uncut. Like
Well, except for except for the first 3 minutes when you were showing my messenger chat.
Oh no, I'm gonna show the dick pics.
Let's not do that. Let's not do that. There's incriminating stuff in there, dude.
Yeah.
I sent you a step-by-step fucking picture, fucking pamphlet on how to create a bomb from sparklers.
Yeah,
Have you ever seen that before?
No, I have not. That's like the Anarchy's cookbook, right?
Anarchist cookbook. I mean, there's probably something like that in there, if not exactly that. But I remember there was like a scare going on back in the day on the news and stuff of like teenagers making bombs out of sparklers because apparently if you tie a bunch of sparklers together and do some other shit that I don't know how to do, but maybe I do, I don't know. And it creates like a molten giant fuse and it can blow up, I guess, if they're a certain color because of the chemical like shit they use to make it that color is different than the original. So then that creates a bomb.
Yeah,
it's kind of insane.
This is a different chemical, like I forgot the names of it, but a certain one makes it green, a certain one makes it.
And one of those, if it's too much of them, like tied together in a big band, like let's say you put a rubber band around 100 of them and lit them, that would create essentially a bomb.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say what color because I'm not telling people how to make a bomb out here. I mean, I don't even know what color. I'm sure it's a Google search away.
Let's just say neon, like the color.
Let's just say it's red. No, I'm just kidding.
That's what it is. Knock yourself.
Actually, I don't know. I hope it's not red, and I just said that. It's probably like blue or something.
Don't keep guessing. If we get one, we're fucked.
Okay, true. If we guess right, they're gonna FBI open up.
Black light ones. Bro, have you ever had one of the like you get like these like?
Have you ever made a bomb?
No. Whenever I was little, like I was obsessed with like Molotov cocktails because of San Andreas. I didn't never actually I didn't the fluid in there. I never got that was gasoline. Like just filling it up with water and find like an empty bottle. Yeah, no, I my little kid brain didn't think that far. Like
you drink half a bottle of vodka or whiskey. Usually vodka or like some clear liquor, I think. And exactly, something high in alcohol content. And then you fucking stuff a rag in that bitch and then let it soak all the way through, light the end of it and toss it. And when that glass explodes, it's real popular, I guess. I'm not a fan of it. I think it's a dirty method.
You ever see the?
It seems dangerous to try to make one and throw it. Like, imagine if like you actually dropped that, and like that shit just exploded at your feet, and like, or like you go to throw it, and like that rag and like all that liquid fire basically spills out the bottle onto your like shoulder or something when you go to toss it. You know what I mean? Like it's just like, oh god, like
Just
fuck,
you know,
dude.
just back to you
Yeah,
within
it's like I've seen this in movies and games. It's easy, and then you go to do it, and it's like you somehow something didn't go right, and like you fucking go to light the fucking rag, and the liquors and shit spills into that, and like just like starts catching everything on fire on you. It's like ah,
yeah,
what
you
the
accidentally
fuck?
yeah, throw it straight up and it smacks down at your feet.
Dude, no.
the
That would
have
be
you
a
ever
fun game, you know, like in Grown Ups when they shoot the arrow up in the air
yeah
and then they run away. Imagine me and you throwing a Molotov cocktail as far up in the air as we can and running. Ah!
it somehow like lands like right in your fucking head.
It lands on your head. Ah!
And the bottle like oh that would fucking suck. Like imagine like the glass bottle like breaking onto your head like you know yeah like shards of glass stuck in it and then you also get catched on fire. Oh fuck.
Oh, it'd be
Oh
the worst way to probably I don't know if you'd die. Maybe? You think you'd die from that?
if you get put out in time, I'd say you get
Yeah,
some
true. I
gnarly
think that
ass.
is the factor. Is like if you're still on fire and like
You look like
prolonged period of
a
time.
ghoul, dude.
What?
You look like a Fallout ghoul.
Oh yeah.
What are you looking at smooth skin?
Yeah, that'd be a pretty bad way to die.
No, it'd be dumb ways to die.
So you go through a Molotov on his own head.
No one even like, why did he do that? uh, have you ever seen that Dukes of the Hazard from like 2007 that had Johnny Knoxville in it?
No, I'm not a big Dukes and Hazard boy.
No. Uh,
I've
in the
seen Dukes and Hazard though. I know about it.
you need to watch the Johnny Knoxville one because it has Willie Nelson, all like Jessica Simpson, all
I
that.
like Johnny Knoxville.
Um,
He's good. I fuck with
I
him.
I recommend that movie highly. It's a classic. But there's a part in it where nowadays I can catch on to it. At the beginning of the movie, they were running moonshine through like the back of their trunk, and like you know, like they open it up and like it's like a bunch of those like you know those I'm trying those glasses that have the screw tops. I'm forgetting what they're called. The like you know you put like homemade salsa all that in there. It has like the little
Mason jars?
mason jars. Yeah, mason jars full of the clear liquid. They have like you know that condensation of it being real cold, all that. And like in my little kid head, like they were like drinking and go, whoa! I'm like, oh, that's just really cold water. And like, no,
Eastbound and down. Is that what that was? Is that you ever seen that movie? Is that what I'm talking? Is that it?
say it again.
Eastbound and Down. You ever heard that?
No, I don't think I have.
I thought that was the same shit or something like that. Like they have to haul a bunch of moonshine or some bullshit like that. It's a boomer movie. I forgot the name, like what the whole premise was. I thought it was the same shit. I'm sorry.
Oh no, Eastbound and Down is a Danny McBride movie.
Nah, not that. It's like an older one. Maybe it is a different name. Oh, Smokey and the Bandit, dude.
Oh, it's along those lines, definitely.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's the movie I was thinking of. It's like a bandit, and he's like got a fucking trailer full of beer, and he's got to go over state lines, running from the cops.
Burt Reynolds is the sheriff in the movie.
Yeah, I love Smokey and the Bandit, 1977. IMDb page 7 out of 10. Yeah, I've seen that movie. I thought that was the same shit for some reason. Is Dukes and Hazard the General Lee, the car?
Yes, I'm about to send you this picture on
Okay,
this.
yeah, I know that. I know that. Like the orange fucking Camaro Mustang, whatever, with the rebel flag painted on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah, man, that's a good movie right there.
I watched that movie. I tell you that much right now.
Smokey and the Bandit, followed by Dukes and Hazard.
You remember that Eminem song? When you walk through the door, it was clear to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. The girl in there, like how she's pretending to be Jessica Simpson. She's pretending to be Jessica Simpson from this movie. Jessica Duke or whatever. I forgot her name. She was
That's
like
Trisha Paytas, dude.
yeah, but she was playing Jessica Simpson, that character from the movie.
I find that incredibly crazy that Trisha Paytas was in an Eminem music
I
video.
know. Yeah, Jessica Simpson blew up in real life. I don't know if she's still big anymore, but that's why that joke was made because she did like she used to be hot as fuck. Now she was looking like that.
Yeah, Jessica Simpson. I know who Jessica Simpson is. She used to be
Oh,
famous as fuck.
yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't know about the Dukes of Hazzard. I'm not familiar with the lore on that. I
You gotta
know that
watch.
there's an old version, and then obviously like the one you sent me is
Yeah,
like a
this is a
semi reboot.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's a full reboot. It
I'll
doesn't
watch the reboot. Yeah, I don't think I'd vibe well with like an old fucking fart ass show, boomer show.
it's a cool it's fun it has more of that raunchy humor, especially with Johnny.
Yeah.
So it's not like a oh little Bo Duke, oh you can't always win the horse race. Like it's not none of that.
Oh, dude, what was that movie? Oh, the Mud Boy or whatever the fuck.
The Mudge
Dude,
Boy,
the Mud Boy.
I can't forget that. Scar
Dude.
showed me that one.
I was like, watch this, dude. And you're like, what is this? And it's just like no context given whatsoever. You're just
Yeah,
like, holy fucking shit, James. What the fuck am I watching? I'm like, keep watching, bitch.
you're like playing armor. It's like, hey, bro, this reminds me. Watch this video of a dude putting on a dress.
Oh, we gotta watch that for Torspp.
I don't know,
Oh,
dude.
that's gotta be like a copyright free movie at this point. Like, no way. It's like a fucking film festival movie. We should be able to watch that shit on channel.
We would have to be like in a separate room.
Did I tell you, when I went trick or treating with my kids and shit, there was this kid. I'm not even I have to.
Please.
Yes, literally, like in the embodiment of him, dude. He started flossing. It was so fucking funny. We went to the house. It was like we were like all these houses have no lights on. We're like, oh man. Then we see a couple houses up the street. It's like 3 houses, 4 houses, and we walk up to the one house, and it's like their like actual doors open, and they just got like their glass, front door open or closed or whatever, and you can see through like the entrance of their house. They have like hella people like hanging out, a bunch of friends, and they're all younger and shit. And like this kid comes out, and he looks literally identical to young Sheldon, but he's not wearing like the flannel and all that. And he's like, "Welcome to the," and he's like yelling this to all. There's like 5, 6 parents and like all their kids like in the front yard waiting to get candy from the house. And he comes out and he's like, "Welcome to the only house on the street with basically any candy left." And like, and all of a sudden he just started like flossing, like doing like the side to side thing, and like music was playing. I was like, "Oh, this is so cringe, bro. What is happening?" Yeah, it was fucking bad, dude. I looked to Morgan and I said, "This nigga looked like young Sheldon."
You should have told him to say Bazinga.
Yeah, dude, it was pretty uncanny.
It's such a missed up. Like I don't know how his parents didn't see that. It sounds like a perfect night.
It's just one of those like little kids with like, I guess, high IQ or something, because they're like little adults. Like the way he talked, he was like, "Welcome to the only house on the street with basically any candy left," and he's like fucking like looks like he's like 12 or like 11, 10, 9. It's like, what the fuck? Go inside, dude.
Where's your parents?
And then he started flossing. I was like, oh man, dude.
He's
That's-
why he's emoting.
Yeah, he's emoting on the fucking parents, dude. This is actually.
Like, somebody get his parents.
I wish I had the mindset at that time to be like, he's emoting. Just get super pissed about it. Oh, come on! He's fucking emoting on us.
Emoting.
Fucking Bazinga!
Say Bazinga now. You're like
like the L. Oh, I'd fucking. All right, dude.
come in. You're
Just
just
me
like
shaking my fist at him. All right, motherfucker.
it's like cornering him. Say Bazinga now.
I just wake up in a padded cell. What happened? You went crazy.
Real Jim
Turns
Park.
out your sleeper agent code word was Bazinga. You killed everybody in sight. At least 10 dead. What?
You started.
You ever wonder about that? Like, have you ever seen American Ultra with Jesse Eisenberg and Kirsten fucking what? Christian Stewart. Christian Stewart, but yeah.
Oh, Kirsten Dunst, yeah, fucking Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine, dude. But no, yeah. Have you ever wondered that? Like, what if you have a fucking sleeper agent word where it's like if you heard that shit, it's like Dolphin, Echo, Bravo, Red 40, and like all of a sudden it's like, you just fucking like stand up, grab a fucking knife, go kill everybody in the room, and then like just like reset. What would you do?
I wouldn't have really any will, would I?
Do you think the government does that to people?
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Like with MK Ultra experiments?
Even
Do
with
they kind of like create sleeper agents in a way to enact like certain plots?
without a doubt, like in
Like
Marvel,
Stephen Paddock, bro.
yeah,
What's the explanation there?
yeah. That's the Joker shooter, right? Or the Dark Knight shooter, right?
No, that was the Mandela Bay, the concert in Las Vegas. He was in the hotel, the Mandela Bay Hotel or whatever, on the like 50th floor, whatever the fuck it was, and he broke the window and he brought like 50, 60 rifles and shit with him, and then just like started mowing people down for simply no inherent reason, never had actual motive, didn't leave any type of like, this is why I wanted to enact this mass destruction amongst humans and kill so many people for no simple reason. He had a wife, he had a brother with a nephew, he had millions of dollars, he gambled for fun. Like, what do you think the reason of for doing that would have been in his shoes? Like, just knowing that base level of knowledge that the news has given us of like, this is a normal, pretty much, normal, semi-normal guy, average American white male, right? Like, I would say not even average, above average in the sense of like economic value and stuff. I mean, the dude was a multimillionaire. He had property. He had a wife that he met in like Puerto Rico or some shit, some other like foreign country of some sort. Not that Puerto Rico, somewhere. I know she's not white, is what I'm saying, or black. She's like a Hispanic chick from some like island or some shit. But he like sent her back to her family before he did the shooting and like bought her a vacation or something to that effect. And it's just like none of the stuff really makes sense there. And if you look at just like any of the reports from actual like officials or witnesses and like stuff, like if you go back and watch those videos of like what like from the scene and stuff, they all reported multiple shooters. Like it's not possible for the amount of bullets fired and the amount of time they were fired for it to be one person that were shooting and like from multiple angles and stuff. But apparently, like, yeah, no. And apparently he set up like cameras on the hallway, like on the those carts in hotels that they bring you your like food on and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently he set up like cameras on those in the hallway to see if like people coming and he could shoot through the door if they try to stop him. And like apparently like while he's shooting outside of his window firing at all these people, fucking a security guard, armed security guard, I'm if I'm remembering correctly, like tried to like intervene and like stop him, and he started shooting him through the door and hit the security guard. It's just like a lot of weird. It's like one person did all of that and like brought this many guns,
Yes,
like 50 something rifles,
shit.
just to shoot like 3 of them. You know what I mean?
Only 3 people got killed from all that?
No. It's like 60, 70, but I'm talking like he only had like it was a lot of people. He injured like 500 or something nuts like that. But
Nice.
I think it was he brought like 50 guns up to his hotel room, like had it all brought in through luggage, and like was having the hotel staff carry his bags and shit, and they're all full of guns. They're not even knowing.
Way he could have rigged up those guns to be clean enough to where he can like at least like have like one in each hand, like rifle wise, like
Nah, man,
like,
these
you know,
are he
scoped up. Off
so
all
from like
that.
he had like paper on a table next to him when he was shooting out the window, and it had like the trajectory of the wind and shit. Like this dude was like he was trying to shoot a fucking airport propane tank, like their big fuel tank, and apparently they were saying like he missed by like centimeters. Had he had hit that, it would have been even more colossal damage on this shit. And like, I don't think he would have been able to be shooting 2 rifles into that crowd at the same time. It was a pretty far distance. I think it had to been more of an aimed thing out on a sight, but not saying he didn't have like the guns. He had the guns and the ammo, but it just doesn't necessarily make sense to me.
Why the
Looking
fuck? Yeah.
with it's not even the motive alone, it's just the facts alone of like everyone that was a part of that. And I'm not going to say they were saying like there was shots coming from different like areas and like they were basically boxed in getting shot from multiple directions. He was it felt like he was shooting rapid machine gun fire and he didn't even have like that type of gun. So it's just like what the fuck happened?
Mm. Was it like a bolt action or like at least where you could like
AR-15s with bump stocks, fucking sniper rifle. Like, I'll send you a picture real quick of the type of shit this dude was. I'll send you a picture from the crime scene with all the guns.
Holy shit! Who was playing there?
Looking Jason Aldean or something.
Oh god.
Let me look it up. Who was playing? I think it was a country singer. Yeah, it was Jason Aldean.
Damn. Did he have something against Jason Aldean?
that could be it. No, I honestly don't know. All I know is that Steven was a good guy. He got his sushi comped. I love that fucking dude, man.
He always got the fucking sushi comp.
And then you're gonna sit here and tell me it's not weird that his brother spoke out on the news. That's the thing I'm quoting is when this just happened and they speak to his brother and he's like freaking the fuck out and he's like I don't understand, like he didn't ever act like that. He wasn't that type of dude. Like he liked guns, sure, yeah, any guy likes guns, fucking a bachelor rich guy, like go shooting. He's like, yeah, but we did fun stuff together, we ate good food, we partied, we drank, we hung out with women, we took my kid to expensive fucking vacations, all this shit. We lived a nice life. Like he wasn't that type of dude. He was someone that was like, I'm living life to the fullest. I'm having fun. I got money. This is it type shit. And it's like, I don't get it. Like overnight, like no type of warning. All of a sudden he's just like, I'm at a concert and I'm killing 53 people. Ah. And he spoke out and was like, I don't understand. I just don't get it. And all of a sudden they're like, yeah, no, he had a terabyte of child porn on his computer. And then yeah, to the brother that spoke out, the guy I'm quoting. And then all of a sudden, not enough evidence, all charges dropped a year later, just long enough to silence him to where people didn't like actually listen to anything he said. It's like, oh wow. The guy loses all credibility because of some false charges that got dropped from lack of evidence.
That's fucking insane.
Isn't that weird? Oh no,
Yeah.
it's a coincidence though. It's like, what the fuck? You can't just be like, yeah, no, he has a fucking terabyte of child porn on a computer in his basement that he hasn't used in 12 fucking years. And then they look into it and check and shit after he tried to speak out. And then all of a sudden, oh no, we have to let you out. There was no evidence. And it's like, oh no, it's been a year and a half or whatever the fuck. People aren't even caring about what I say anymore because you guys said I was a fucking predator. It's like, yeah, but you're not. It's like, yeah, but what the fuck have you been telling people for the last year?
Yeah.
So now his credibility went down the toilet. No one's gonna listen to him saying like, I just don't understand why this happened, or they're gonna be like, yeah, no, fuck that guy.
Yeah, that's the guy who did that.
And don't get me wrong, he wasn't saying like, oh, my brother didn't do it, like sleeper agent, like MK Ultra, the government did it. I'm not saying that, but he was pretty confused as to why his brother would do it, which I'm sure any person's confused when someone does that in their family, but
oh yeah,
there's like no motive there. Usually there's something like, oh yeah, the trans rights, fucking
the society.
Yeah, Aubrey, what was her name? Aubrey Hill or something, the bitch that shot up the church or whatever the fuck.
Oh, the school.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be disrespectful or anything. I'm like, whatever the fuck, but I just don't know I don't know the name of it. The school church thing.
Yeah.
She she whatever the fuck shot it up, and it was like the motive at least there was like she used to go to that school. Maybe there was something there. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, there's some kind of motive. Like Columbine, they had a motive. Like we're getting bullied, and it doesn't make it right, but it's like at least we can look to like this is why at least like.
Yeah, that's why they did what they did.
But then when you see people do stuff like that with no motive, it starts to make you wonder if like there's like fabricated events within our society that happen to try to sway the public into one way of thinking
Oh
or
yeah,
to scare us away from slowly stripping the constitutional rights away from people
it was
like the right to bear arms and shit because like they
literally about
don't
to
they're
say.
already slowly trying to like dumb and numb the fucking population and like
Yeah,
fluoride and all these chemicals and
but
all this food and shit they give us and it's like make the population weak as fuck, make them sheep, make them stupid. They'll blindly follow and consume. And then when it finally, you know what I mean, it's like we have ultimate fucking rule over our society, over these people. And
yeah,
that's like ultimately I feel like that's what any government would want is like a fucking fat, happy, content society that doesn't argue or say anything. And in reality, it's like, nah, man, people should be a little bit more like cautious and wary of that. And it's like the Constitution was put in place by our founding fathers for these types of reasons of like if the government is tyrannical and they start doing some bullshit, we're able to fucking grab our guns and march up to the Capitol and fucking protest and say fuck you. And if there needs to be a civil war, there needs to be a civil war or whatever the
I do
revolution
have
type shit.
in like
Not
in,
Civil War, revolution. I meant, yeah. If there needs to be an American Revolution where like people stand up and fight or whatever, like could
I was
happen. But
I
I
have
don't
faith.
think nowadays. Do you think that would ever happen? I think that's what I'm saying. Like their ultimate target is to make like a society of people that wouldn't want to ever do that and couldn't even dream of standing up to the government and fighting back against like the ways of like. Because I mean, things like right now are like mellow, and it's like yeah, like you have most of your constitutional rights, but like slowly but surely it's gonna get to the point where like you don't. And like
Yeah,
they're gonna take these things away from you. And like I somewhat do think that there is like a reason why these random events happen. Not saying that all of them are fake, but I'm saying I think some of them are orchestrated by the powers that be to kind of like scare the American people and be like, they're right. They need to take our guns
this is
because
why. Yeah,
people are
this
killing our babies in the schools. You
exactly.
know what I mean? It's like when these things
Kids are
happen,
getting
they're like,
the guns and shooting our
are you
kids.
saying we need guns are more important than the kids dying in the schools? Are you fucking serious? You need to
Yeah,
vote gun control. And it's like, this is what they
we
want.
stand
They
under
want you to be mad. And this is
armed
the
guard.
same reason they wanted 9/11 is because it would make people mad and be like, we need to go there and fight and take their shit and kill their people. And did.
Exactly. It's like well, I would have faith in most because like whenever that stuff has come up, like people have like fucking like huge ass bunkers of guns and whatnot, and like the whole Kamala shit, like in the sense of like brainwashing people. It's like I wouldn't even say brainwashing, but like you could tell that she was trying to get like you would see like the cast of the Avengers endorsing Kamala,
It's not
fucking
even. It's like
be
the next
fucking.
generations I'm worried for because they're already so like predisposed to like skibidi toilet and like brain rot and like these
That's what I'm
people
saying.
stand no chance, man.
Say, you guys need to do this, and they fucking do it. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I've seen like
For a
military
reason.
vets on YouTube and they're like telling their war stories of the shit they've done and like Afghanistan,
Yeah.
Iraq, all these old wars and shit and they're talking the guy asked him like what do you think about like the new generation going into like fight a war, let's say they all get drafted. And it's like
Oh,
that
fuck.
shit is a embarrassment. He said it would be an embarrassment to the Marines, to the army, like the people nowadays would be so fucking like fragile and wouldn't be able to actually like live in a war zone and like and not to say I could either, but I'm sure I'd do a little bit better than some people, but
Oh yeah,
yeah,
put together. I could definitely see that too. Like like yelling all that. Like, why are you yelling? I can't work
I'm not,
out.
yeah, not even just that, but like the physical side of it of like having to run or like carry all your gear or like if you get wounded, are you gonna be able to tough it the fuck out or are you gonna cry like a bitch and die or um You know what I mean? Are you gonna be able to actually shoot, or are you gonna freeze up like a bitch and not be able to actually shoot somebody if the time comes where it's like, if you don't shoot that guy, you could possibly get us all fucking killed, dude. Like you're the one that's supposed to be on your toes. Like right now,
Yeah.
he's fucking wounded. I'm dragging him. You have the rifle. Fucking, if a guy runs up, are you gonna pull the trigger? Or are you gonna be a fucking bitch and be like, I froze up, man. Like, have you ever seen Saving Private Ryan?
No, but Victor
There's a
seen.
scene. There's a scene in it. I'm pretty sure this is I think it's Saving Private Ryan. Yeah, yeah, it is. There's a scene in it where there's these two Americans or whatever, and like they're in there, and there's a big ass German dude, and the fucking one dude's fighting the German guy or whatever, and he's like asking the other guy like, help, help, like toss me the ammo, whatever the fuck, and the guy's just standing there. And he's watching his like friend struggle and fight this German guy, and the German guy gets on top of him and is like slowly trying to like push this knife down into his chest. And the American like friend or whatever is like standing there just like crying, watching him die. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like,
Jesus. Yeah.
help him. That's your fucking friend. That'd be like me standing there watching you get killed in war. Like, I'm
My
too
God.
scared. I'm too scared. Like, no, motherfucker. I'm soccer kicking him and taking the knife,
Yeah.
and we're gonna kill him. Like, what the fuck is this? That scene pisses everyone off, though. I'm not like, that's not like a hot take. I'm sure everyone
Mm.
that's watched that movie is like, fuck that. But I think that character ends up kind of coming around in that movie and like kind of getting his dues. But still, you kind of let that guy die, so you're never gonna redeem yourself fully.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty shitty. I
And
wouldn't be able
then
to go home and like live with myself after something like that.
you'd be responsible for someone's life, like indirectly.
Yeah, just watch that guy die, and I literally could have stopped it the entire
Mhm.
time. You had full ability to do something, and you didn't. I'm talking more like the Skibbity fucking Rizzler generation. Like
Oh,
those kids, I don't know, even us to a degree, like me and you and like some people, maybe we'd be okay, and like we can figure out something to where like you're on drones and you're fucking just blowing people up and like some shit like that, like in a sniper nest. Because I don't want to be
yeah.
into it. We'd be smart about that shit to where we're not like
Oh,
out running around. We play video games. We understand. Like if you're out running around, you're
so,
probably gonna die. There's no
yeah,
respawn. Let's just hide. We're gonna camp so
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
hard, dude.
bases. Yeah,
Let's just hide the war out. We'll sleep here.
yeah. You don't gotta know. How would they know?
Dude, that's what I would do, honestly. I'm not even no bullshit. Fuck that. If they drafted us,
Yeah.
man, that's what we and you gotta like do that, man. Like, all right, let's
I
meet up in the fucking shit. We're gonna get on the plane and shit. No, like a forced draft, no matter what. Like every male under fucking age 40 has to go to war. You know what I mean? Could you imagine? Like,
I'm disabled, bro. I don't
I know, but
ever
I'm
gotta.
saying everyone, like in an emergency situation where it's World War III, because it's a very big. Not saying it is gonna happen, but like we are in the time of our lives to where if it's gonna happen pretty soon, because it's like Russia, China, fucking Ukraine, Israel, Palestine. Like there's a lot of war going on right now, and it's starting to like affect, America, and America is supporting Israel and helping Ukraine out. Russia doesn't like that. They're seeing American bombs with the flag. They're like, hey, what the fuck? They're seeing American uniforms start showing up on the battlefield. They're raising an eyebrow to that. They're wondering what the fuck are Americans doing in Ukraine. You know what I mean? Palestine understands that America's supporting Israel. I don't think Trump's going to continue that, but I could be wrong. I think he said he was going to cut Israel funding, which is good. But hypothetically, let's say like it turns into like a situation where it's like, no, DEFCON 6 motherfuckers, like whatever the hell, like DEFCON 5, like every single man, like, you need to go and fucking defend this country. We'll pay handsomely. Uncle Sam thanks you. Me and you would have to just like meet up and go hide somewhere.
Oh yeah, without a fucking doubt.
Like if we're being forced to, yeah, I'm not. I'm like fuck that shit. I'm not fighting no one's war, dude. Fuck that. Yeah, we're gonna go find like a fucking basement somewhere and just like hold up with canned food and like chill and like, all right, we're good. Like we'll let Anne Frank it here until the end of the war, dude.
Like fucking like lighthouse, monkey punch.
Oh, we would go crazy after a while, yeah, like just hiding out in like the middle of nowhere in like a fucking cellar with like canned peas and corn and like water. We're just
Dude,
like
that would
fucking
be pretty good ass. like soldiers that get like stuck like in like
That
a
would
high.
be honestly a pretty good movie. We should cut all this out. No,
Yeah,
we're gonna
can't
write the script
like
for
it.
this.
Yeah.
This is honestly a good movie. You're so right. Honestly, like two soldiers, exactly like what I said. They're like they get drafted and they don't want to fight, and it's like fuck that, and then they go hide out in like a fucking cellar in the woods in like the middle of the like this like Russian landscape,
Or
and
yeah,
like fucking it's
side of
like
a
a
road
time
base.
thing of like they're growing beards and like going
Mm.
crazy and fucking like start hearing shit, and like both of them are getting like maybe it's over, like let's open the cellar and like get fresh air, and it's like no. You
Yeah,
can't,
like
they'll
they're
hear you.
like lumber like people going through cutting down trees. Like you hear the bombs? Get down, get down.
Yeah. And then like the ending of the movie, it's like you see like the cellar door opening and like the light you killed me, like I'm the other soldier type shit, you kill me, whoever we have cast, but let's just say like okay, let's say Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe. And obviously not, but let's just put for the stand-in role of this so it's not me and you, like yeah. Like they spend all like but it's been like 10 years, and they like you end up like he ends up killing him at the end of the movie, shooting him like after going crazy and shit. And then like the cellar door opens and it's just like you said, like a lumber worker or something. It's like, are you a Marine? Like he's like still in the uniform and shit, holding a gun. It's like the war's been over.
Yeah.
You come out, friend. We won.
De-aged Willem Dafoe and aged up Robert Pattinson.
Be like Timothy Chalamet and like Tom Holland or something like that. Two young
Honestly,
guys, like
Timothy
where they
Chalamet
get drafted and like yeah,
and
they're like in North
they're like
Korea or China
brothers or
or
some shit.
Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like they get drafted, and then they have to go hide out, and it's like a time thing where
Yeah,
it's
they
like over
find
all
each
these
other.
years, they like become best friends and like have like
Yeah, like they
a
get like
movie taking place
like
all in that cellar too is fucking a kind of a cool
oh
concept
yeah.
too, where it's like the beginning part, obviously you get to see like Timothy Chalamet's life, you know, of him getting like before the
Mhm.
draft, Tom Holland's
Good, all
life
that.
before the draft. They don't even know each other type shit or something like that, maybe. And then fucking that's like maybe it's a gay
Oh,
love story.
okay, okay. Yeah. I got like a
They
little like
fucking
Blu-ray
fall in
type
love
shit.
in the fucking
Like
cellar, dude.
they're like
You could call it cellar. Cellar of war.
just yeah, Cellar of Valor.
Ooh, damn. Low key kind of
Dude,
fire.
so like like they're like out in the woods like like with their like unit type shit, and like they get like attacked by everyone, and they like oh grenade, and like jump in the cellar, and like the door gets like like crashed and like like blocked off type shit, and it does like have like rations, all of that whatnot down there, but like like thin them out, or like enough to like make it last for a while type shit. And then yeah, like those events, and like yeah, like they think like, oh, are they like there are people still here? And it
Yeah, they
gets
just
to a
scare
point like yeah,
themselves into like not wanting to open it at a certain point. Like you said, hearing all
yeah,
these sounds of war, it's like they think they're right there and shit. It's like,
yeah,
what?
they got like
Don't go out there,
PTSD.
man. Like we're safer in here. You want to fucking die? You can go die. He's like, I didn't even want to come here. Like I didn't sign up for this war. It's like, fuck.
Kids playing with like firecrackers and shit. Like
That'd be a good movie. I'd watch it. That sounds like an A24 movie,
yeah, bro, we
just
gotta
like
write that.
Lighthouse.
We gotta send that to them.
Yeah, honestly, it is a cool concept. It sounds a lot like Lighthouse, but it'd be unique in a way where it's like younger people and like they're not. It's not black and white, obviously. Or would it be black and white? Is this set in like an old war or a new war? What's the
Ooh,
setting here?
ooh,
A new war would make it kind of complicated in the sense of like
modern
smartphone
revolution
technology, modernity or whatever.
enough to where it was still like yes, fucking
Like World War
equipment
Two.
would like fail. Yeah, World War Two. Maybe Cold War type shit.
Yeah, but there's no bullets fired in the Cold War.
Oh, that's true.
Not a single bullet was fired.
The Gulf War?
Could always do like a dystopian kind of like what if scenario of like a World War III situation happening right after World War II or something like that. Because that's how you kind of have to justify like the whole like drafting thing and all that again. World War II
Uh,
honestly would be a cool
yeah,
theme for
yeah.
that.
The sad, I was like
I don't
thinking
know.
in my
I hype
you know,
that is it.
like
It sounds like a
that.
good movie though. That's a cool ass idea.
Too bad this will never see the light of day throughout watching the podcast.
You have to add it in, dude. No
What
one
is
will steal that.
someone fucking steals it? I'm gonna be so fucking pissed, dude.
Like, okay, like, do you understand what happened with the whole Silent Hill debacle?
Um, from what I
Silent Hills.
understand, like Kojima wanted, not Hideo Kojima, he wanted to make it with Norman Reedus, and Konami ended up saying, "Nah, fuck that." And then that's whenever that was kind of like the breaking point for him to go and form the Kojima Studios and make Death Stranding with Norman.
Yeah, sort. Yeah, basically, kind of. Yeah,
My
that's like
understanding
I'd
of
say
it.
like 90%. Yeah. So, but yeah, he brought on Del Toro, and they were
Yeah.
working on Silent Hills together, and they got Norman Reedus, and they made PT, which is playable teaser for Silent Hills, and it did really good. People liked it. And I guess while he was working for Konami, he was going severely over budget on several projects, and they were telling him several times like, hey, we kind of got like a money thing going on here where like we're not making enough money to support the type of things you want to do. It's a little strenuous on our pockets, man. And he was like, nah, I'm making like what I make takes perfection. Like this shit will sell and it'll do good, but it's gonna cost the company, it's gonna cost us. And I guess they didn't really like that. They were kind of straying more in like the mobile game direction at the time, Konami was.
Okay.
And they didn't want to support his types of projects. So yeah, they canned Silent Hills, but I think there is more to the story there where he kind of didn't want to do it too, is what I understand. But that's not really what's normally reported because it makes him look kind of shitty, and most people don't like to say anything bad about him because he's highly regarded amongst the gaming community. But there is, he's kind of an egomaniac, and like people have said in the
I
past, he's hard
think
to
so.
work with.
Yeah. Rule in
Yeah.
his head.
Yeah, he's the guy. And I'm not saying that to say I don't like Hideo Kojima. I think he makes really good stuff, but I could imagine that there's two sides to the story here with Konami, and it's not just they wanted to be greedy, grubby money fucking whores and be like, "Fuck you, we're gonna steal your shit and you're
So
fucking out."
even
Like I
like,
said, he went severely over budget on stuff, and at the
was
same time,
Stranding a profit? Did he break out, or did he break even with that? Because like I can imagine that one was really fucking ambitious, or like having a lot of
what
those.
is it?
It have like, did they make any profit from making Death Stranding?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah. See, like I feel like they should have known. Like I mean, at least like whenever he was at Konami, at least
Well,
was
like
he
I
in
said, that the
games that
direction they were
do good?
wanting to head into, I don't think it supported his vision. So it's probably good they separated. It just sucks what was lost in the process because
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
he lost Metal Gear and they lost the opportunity to have Silent Hills, and he also lost Silent Hills, assuming he did still want to make it. Like I said, there was some theories around he didn't really want to continue that anyway, so he was looking for a reason to kind of be like, fuck that.
Like fucking like, was he the original mind of Silent Hill?
No.
Oh, so
He
wait.
was he was the first guy in like 10-year long ass time, probably longer than that, where like the Silent Hills was finally coming back to a Japanese developer that actually was
Uh,
like, because for the longest time it was Americans, because it's originally a Japanese developer, and then it got a bunch of Americans making all the spin-offs and like sequels and shit, and then Kojima got the IP, and it was like, okay, Japanese people got this shit back, and it was like the best one in a long time from the playable teaser. Also,
mm.
Guillermo del Toro was there, so it's like he's a good mind in horror and shit.
Oh yeah. Have you seen Werewolf by Night yet?
No, you were telling me it
That
was good though.
say yeah. Guillermo del Toro did that one, and he fucking he cooked with it. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I like him. He seems like he makes good shit. Same with Norman Reedus. He's a good actor in some of the stuff he's in. I'm not huge on him, but I think he would have been good in Silent Hills. It sucks to see that like get kind of shitted on. Yeah, it sucks with the whole Konami thing. There was, Silent Hills and Metal Gear kind of got fucked up in the process. Some people say that, Metal Gear isn't even unfinished and that was kind of like he wanted to leave it like that, but it just sucks in retrospect playing that game being like this is the end of we're never really going to get more Metal Gear because that I think I told you like that entire game you're not even playing as Snake. You're not playing Big Boss. Like you're playing the fucking clone of him, someone that's a stand-in of him that like when cuz I don't even fully understand it. I guess like when in Ground Zeroes at the end of it, he gets in a helicopter crash and like gets fucked up, and they get a stand-in and they convince him that he is Snake. It's extremely weird and convoluted, but it just sucks to be like, yeah, no, like that's the end. You played as a clone the whole fucking time. You're not even actually him. You don't even know what Snake's even doing anymore. But they were saying like, yeah, no, Snake's out of the game, but we need someone to like stand in his place. Da, 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 da. It's ridiculous. I don't know. I wish they wouldn't have ended it in that way.
Like, what would have been your like, especially like with knowing the way like everything was gonna go, what would have been your ideal ending to see, or your like the coolest one in your head, like end off kind of bittersweet?
Oh, from my understanding, the game ends like super abruptly, and there was supposed to be more, but there wasn't, or something to that effect. Or maybe they were teasing another game had he have not split with Konami. But I don't know. I mean, maybe giving us like a Ground Zero was like a prologue, little like this is the intro to Phantom Pain. Maybe something like an outro epilogue type like solo game where it's like this is Snake and this is what he's doing now, and you get to play as him again, and da 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 whatever the fuck. Like I don't know, ending the game off with like uncertainty of like what's this character even doing, and then you're also playing as this guy the whole game who's just like you're kind of the bad guy of the game. It's just like this. I don't know. It's weird.
Oh,
And he's going fucking insane. Yeah, you're like losing your mind throughout the game.
so why are you necessarily the bad guy of it?
Because you're basically being like tricked into doing like bad shit, is my understanding.
By who?
The people you work for.
Oh,
In MGS5,
are they like working with the Phantom Pain? Like I know that was like an actual person, or at least I think that fire guy in the hospital. I still need to play that game. I haven't even gotten that far into it.
yeah. See, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, so in the first chapter, Ground Zero is like the prologue game I was telling you about, where you actually do play as Big Boss, Naked Snake, like the original Snake from MGS3 and all that.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. In Phantom Pain, you play as Venom Snake, who is an MSF, a medic who is injured in the helicopter crash that injures Snake, and due to fucking Machine Nation, I don't know what the fuck that is. Basically, both of y'all get fucking injured in this helicopter crash. Ocelot and Big Boss himself, like I guess like medically brainwash and surgically brainwash, like they make him look like him, like Big Boss, and that's like the whole
Oh,
thing.
I remember the scene where he's in the hospital and takes off
Yeah,
the bandages. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
it's fucking insane, dude. I don't know. So it was just some random guy that like was in the helicopter crash with Snake, and then they fucking like reconstructed his face and his memories and shit to be like, you are Snake. That's fucking insane. And that's kind of what I mean is like it would be kind of cool to get to see what Snake was actually
and
doing, or have
he
another
went.
game with him continued where it's like I don't want to play as some fucking random dude that's just like you are. And I guess that's the point of the game is like you're going crazy and like you're figuring out that like holy shit, this is actually not Snake. Okay.
Do you think that that's what they had in the unfinished part of the game whenever they were doing like the get that many nukes or whatever?
That leaked, that video that was supposed to come out when that happened, but it was nothing special.
What was it supposed to be?
It was a cutscene. And that they tried to say that there was no there was like a leaked chapter that was supposed to come out and it never happened, so I don't know.
Definitely lost the sauce whenever Kojima left them.
I guess it's kind of dumb for me to sit here and be like, "Oh, what is Snake doing?" And after Phantom Pain, Metal Gear Solid 4 takes place after Phantom Pain, like where it's like him with gray hair, and that's the one that's like restricted to just the PS3 that's about to come back to, you know how they did the collection for 1, 2, and 3 on here?
Okay, yeah.
They're about to do that for 4, and then Peace Walker, and then the other one, like the second part of the collection. So that'll be the first time that game has been like taken away from just being a PS3 locked game forever. And that's the one. That one takes place in like 2014, which is like the future, you know. 1984 is when 5 takes place.
Okay, I was about to say, yeah.
Yeah, that's when
Damn.
Phantom Pain takes place.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So
Than I was thinking.
that's what he's doing after that. I mean, actually, even if like both of our favorites, Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, like that even takes place. That takes place in 2009.
Oh
So
shit.
that takes place after 5. So we know what Snake was doing. Actually, he's being a badass for many years.
Order of those games.
Like year wise?
Yeah, if we're cohesive story.
So Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater is 1964. Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker is 1974. Metal Gear Solid Ground Zero is 1975. Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain is 1984. Metal Gear Solid The Twin Snakes is 2005. Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty is 2007 through 2009. And then Metal Gear Solid 4 is 2014.
So how does 2014 end, or MGS4 end?
Oh fuck, he's old as shit in that one.
Does he die off? Does he just?
How does MGS4 end? Because I haven't played that one. I really want to. Big Boss dies beside the boss's grave. Snakes decide to live with the time left. Big Boss dies. Snake decides to live? I'm confused.
Snake's the one with the eye patch, right?
Yeah, Snake doesn't die. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I guess that was kind of dumb for me to say then. Yeah, he's fine. I didn't realize that that game was so far in the story from like all the other ones. They kind of just made like a prequel. So I guess it doesn't matter that they did that. It's kind of cool in retrospect, like throwing everyone off, being like, "Nah, this is a guy they wanted you to think was Big Boss." They or Snake and shit, like fucking recreated him. It's
So
insane.
does it really matter? And in that case of like, like where was he during the events of that?
I kind of want to know. Yeah, I still want to know.
Why the fuck? Where's Venom Snake at? Like, what the fuck is he doing?
He is Venom Snake.
Yeah, the paramedic guy.
Yeah, he's Venom Snake.
That's what I'm saying. Like the actual one going back and seeing like what the fuck.
Oh,
like,
actual Snake?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was say he's not Venom Snake. That Venom Snake is the paramedic. Actual Snake is just Snake. That's Big Boss, I guess.
Like Snake going back and seeing like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, I gave a guy my identity in my memories, and he is roaming around for over 20 years, if not 40 years. What the fuck? In MGS5, do you know the ending of that?
It's such a like Solid Snake has no eye patch. Big Boss has the eye patch. That's like it's such a like confusing, like I don't understand the characters here. Yeah. So Big Boss is the one like from Ground Zero, I guess. And he like relishes in war and is like a badass and shit like that, I guess. Huh?
The original, and then
I think
everyone
Solid
else.
Snake.
Well, so yeah, so everyone else was a clone of Solid Snake.
I think so.
Okay,
No, Big Boss is.
Big Boss is the host.
Yeah, he's the OG one.
Okay, so like, is it cloning technology that does it? Like, obviously, that one case, it's facial reconstruction, but how is there multiple versions?
Um, Let me see. Who is the OG Snake? Solid Snake is the original character in Metal Gear series. Uh, Naked Snake, also known as Big Boss, Venom Snake, Liquid Snake, Solidus Snake. Big Boss, Naked Snake is the original Snake. All the other are some way relates to him. Solid Snake, Old Snake, a clone of Big Boss in MGS4. He is old because he ages faster for being a clone. Oh, that's why he has gray hair.
Um,
So when old he adopts the name Old Snake with Liquid Snake, the other Big Boss clone, he is a twin of Solid Snake. What the fuck?
biological twin.
I'm confused.
Yeah, about to say, holy, this is way deeper than I was thinking.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, so Big Boss Naked Snake is the original Snake, and then after that it's kind of like versions of that, I guess. It's very
Damn,
confusing.
about to say. Well,
What the fuck?
with him starting in the 60s and it being 2014 by the end of it, and apparently Snake lives on, how is he still young?
In which one?
It's like by the end of it, like MGS4, how Big Boss dies and the Snake lives.
It's a different snake or whatever, is what I'm from
Uh,
my understanding. Like
okay,
the one in MGS4 you're playing as is the clone.
that one, that's the one that lives.
I think so. No, he dies. I don't fucking know anymore. I don't even
Holy
know what's
shit.
going on. Nah, yeah, this shit's confusing. Okay, wait. This guy posted all. Okay. Okay. You ready for this?
Yeah.
First off, Naked Snake. Naked Snake is his code name. Real name is John, protagonist of MGS3 or Operation Snake Eater. Loses an eye, gets eye patch. After the mission, he earns the title Big Boss. From there, he's referred to as Snake or Boss. Also in Peace Walker in MGS5, note, he is not Venom Snake after the hospital scene. Note, full beard, eye patch over the right eye, all limbs, Big Boss, real name John, also known as Jack, and formerly known as Naked Snake, Big Boss. Uh, was a renowned Special Force operative and mercenary commander. He founded U.S. Army Special Forces Unit Foxhound, along with a mercenary company, the Patriots. Big Boss later established the military state of Outer Haven in Zanzibar land as basis for his companies. In order to realize his ambitions of creating nations for his soldiers, consider. Okay, what the fuck does this have to do? The clones. Solid Snake, good guy. Real name is David, is a clone of Naked Snake or Big Boss. He was created as a part of an experiment called Les Enfants Terribles. Solid Snake is the protagonist of Metal Gear Solid 1 and 4. What's important to note is that he holds all of the boss's recessive genes. In MGS4, he grows old due to accelerated aging and is dubbed Old Snake, who also wears an eye patch. Solid got all of the recessive genes. No, Big Boss's clone son, made by Zero, was sterile. SS has brown hair, blue eyes, bandana, no eye patch. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. What the fuck? Why is this shit so deep?
Kojima.
Let me see here. I'm gonna read the Venom Snake one because I actually don't know shit about that. Uh, Punished, Venom Snake, also referred to as Bloodied, Demon Snake, depending on in-game choices. Venom Snake, Metal Gear Solid: The Phantom Pain is the replacement for the actual Big Boss or Naked Snake. Uh, is no way related to Naked Snake, but rather one of his soldiers, brainwashed and given plastic surgery and a prosthetic arm and a horn of shrapnel so you can distinguish them apart later on at the big reveal. If you go remember at the end of MGS5 Ground Zero, Snake is on a heli with Paz, Bomb Girl, Miller, and Medic. Paz jumps from the heli and explodes, which ends MGS5 Ground Zero and starts the Phantom Pain. The player is led to believe only Snake and Miller survive, but plot twist, the Medic survives and is turned into Venom Snake so Snake can fuck off somewhere out of the storyline. Demon Snake is a secret character transformation in which the condition physically alters Snake's appearance into one of the demons. Snake has an invisible demon value, a pool of points which are altered by player actions. Venom Snake was born in California in 1932. Yeah, so it's just some medic that was like there who they fucking was like, you're Snake, you're big boss now, so he could go out of the fucking story for like convenience, I guess. I don't really understand that. Yeah, that's so confusing. Hideo Kojima is like the masterclass of like, let's like add as much shit to this game as possible.
Pookie, you promised you wouldn't hurt them.
Not here, Kitten Whiskers. Danny will discuss it later.